Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy,
And I'm Spencer.
and we're the Movie Bros.
Coming at you again from Sinopolis here in San Mateo. Today we saw
Venom.
Let There Be Carnage.
Oh yeah. So Spencer, who brought this movie to us?
So this was directed by Andy Serkis. This is in association with Marvel Entertainment. Though as of yet, they haven't really even made an attempt to tie this into the Marvel Universe, but I think that may be coming in the future.
Yeah. What'd you think about this one?
I had relatively low expectations coming into this movie. I really enjoyed the first Venom movie. I like Tom Hardy as an actor in general. But my wife kind of pointed out when we were watching the preview for this one, she's like, this seems like it's just going to be the same thing. It's like you have another symbiote, they're going to have a symbiote battle. Is it just like rehashing the same thing? And so I came in with low expectations. I'm going to say that I was... It exceeded my expectations, but it didn't blow me away.
Yeah, I thought the movie was fun. It was reminiscent of like a Deadpool, right? Where there was a lot of comedy and a lot of action.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure what story they were going to tell. So if you remember from the first one, they kind of left us off with this serial killer that Eddie Brock and Venom are going to interview for a story. And, as you kind of find out from the previews, at some point he somehow gains his own symbiote. And then it's kind of the showdown that occurs from there. But really, I agree with you. There's not a lot more to the movie. I personally was looking for a little more substance to the story. I did kind of like the way that they tried to make the serial killer more interesting. But overall, it was a fun action comedy movie. But that's about it for me.
Well, and I don't think that some of these movies need to be any more than that, right?
Yeah.
This movie was a prime example. It was like the original Deadpool, where it was good action, a lot of comedy. I enjoyed my time watching the movie, and I was entertained. And at the end of the day, that's really what we're asking for and why we're paying for tickets. One of the things that I thought was interesting in this, we've seen a lot of movies. Mm-hmm. This is the first time we saw a movie where the movie was projected on the sides of the theater as well, which I thought was really fascinating. It was very immersive.
Yes. I didn't even know. So I forgot what they called it on our ticket, but it's a new experience that they're offering.
Yeah, it's not IMAX, but it's like something else.
X screen or something like that.
Yeah.
And yes, what it is, there's projectors on the lateral walls of the room as well. And so with certain scenes, and I think they actually had to shoot the movie in this way.
Yeah, probably with like a 3-camera setup or something.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is the first one, if it is to my knowledge, the first movie that's been shot this way, where there's a good portion of the scenes where you have this completely immersive kind of surrounding view, and you can look around and see the room, and there's details there. It was really cool.
I really thought it added another element. It's kind of like when you see a movie and your seat moves and vibrates, and sometimes they have atmospheric elements as well. So I really enjoyed that element of the movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we wanted to see a part 2. I did think that Woody Harrelson's character was a little different from the first movie, right? He looked different.
Yes.
And rightfully so. He's a different character now. Not different, but it's later in the story, so he probably looks different. And this is kind of like the end of his story arc, you could say. And this is him kind of lashing out and us seeing carnage, which was awesome.
It was awesome. I will say, I love Woody Harrelson. I think he probably did everything that he could with this role. It's if you read or are into the comics, and granted, I don't have the best understanding, but from what I know of the comics and the source material, Carnage is just like this wild kind of rampaging thing. There's not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. It wants to be just like crazy and killing people and whatnot. And I think Woody Harrelson was able to play that up, and kind of have fun with the character a little bit. So I did appreciate his performance as well. Overall, I agree with you. I thought it was a fun movie. It was not too long, which I really appreciated.
It was about 90 minutes. I thought the movie was just long enough.
Yes.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, and it got to the point. There wasn't...
Yeah.
If you're not going to have a lot of cool or character building and story arcs to follow, then let it be what it is. Just like you said, a fun action entertainment, kind of comedy movie.
All right, excellent. Let's get down to scoring it, and then I do have a comment for after we score it, but what would you give this one?
Overall, I like I said, I came in with relatively low expectations. It exceeded them a little bit. I thought the comedy was pretty funny. The interactions between Tom Hardy and Venom, and Venom jumping between different characters, and all these things that they do with playing with the kind of character in that way, I thought were really cool. I enjoyed it. I didn't think that the story was the best. It's kind of just another action comedy movie, but I'm going to give this one a solid 7.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly where my heart was for this movie too. I think this movie was a 7. I thought it looked great. It had great special effects. I was really entertained. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
In the movie, yeah. I think there was a lot of really positive elements. Could it have been better? Maybe. I mean,
I don't know what more you would have asked.
I don't know.
Really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this movie was intended to be exactly what it was. I didn't feel like I was misled or that I was oversold and under delivered in this movie. I thought it was exactly what it's supposed to be. I had a really great time. I really enjoyed the movie. I think you guys should see it. Make sure you check out Venom, Let There Be Carnage at a theater near you.
Yeah, and if you can see it on the X screen, check it out. It was a really cool experience.
I did have a question though, and that was, how come Venom doesn't have a bunch of like the weapons that some of the other symbiotes have? If you guys know, make sure you put it in the comments below, because we're not comic book readers, so we are at a little bit of a loss, but we did enjoy the movie. Make sure you check it out when you get a chance. What do you got for him?
Another, I'm going to venture one guess, and it's not so much that I know from the comics, but Venom, there's a point where Venom states it's like, oh, it's a red one. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they don't really explain it. They just kind of like throw that comment out there, and maybe that has something to do with it. But we'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know what you're interested in seeing or having us see next. I know we're going to see James Bond at a special sneak preview
Coming
soon.
up on Wednesday.
Yeah. There's a lot of great movies coming out this year. We're really excited for Dune, some other Marvel Entertainment ones. We got to take a look and see.
If there's some movies out there that you're looking forward to seeing, make sure you put it in the comments below. We apologize. I've had some comments in some of our past movies where we pronounce actors' names incorrectly. It was actually a new comment from a previous review. Anyways, we do our best. We're just regular guys watching awesome movies and trying to bring you our honest movie reviews. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button.
I need to read their name phonetically. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not on
It's
purpose.
not our fault. Yeah, we're not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. All right, guys, we'll see you guys on the next one. Movie Bros out.
See you next time.